Hello. I am thinking about, this is just so raw, of doing a YouTube channel. This is me and all of my glory, my greenness. I had an amazing dream. Excuse me. I think I'm getting allergies. I hope everyone is well. And part of that I wanted to share. So I might have a YouTube channel. I look horrible. And this is definitely something I wanted to share if I have one. As well as, I wasn't going to record this because of full dermatillomania. It's for another video. I'm Sherry. I'm happy to see you today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is spring going into summer. It is late May 2024. And I've been thinking about doing a YouTube channel. I had this, let's see, I'm going to keep checking the time. Forgive me. I have a few minutes before having to get ready for work. I am middle-aged Gen Xer. I look terrible. Could you get more raw? And this may not be a big deal to other people. This is hugely vulnerable for me. This is something I hide every single day. I don't know why I do it. I still don't know why I do it. Look at that. And it doesn't seem like a big deal. You just cover it up with makeup, whatever. I don't really want to get into that right now. I do want to talk about it though. I've seen some other people post about it. What I wanted to talk about was this profound dream I had. I actually don't have much time on my phone. I have 9 minutes before I have to go to work. Not that I want this long anyway. Where do I look if I want to look at you? Here? Talk about green. So I had this dream. It was so profound. I was dying. Scary, right? I'm just going to look off into the distance. Let's see how I can do this. Maybe I can do this without showing the houses. I will edit that later. I don't want to give away where I live. Anyway, not that it matters. So I had a dream that I was dying. I didn't know that. I just knew I collapsed. I was with these people I didn't know very well, and the daughters, the younger girls, I was going with them on I don't know, we were in a van or some vehicle, and we were going somewhere, and I couldn't really breathe very well, and I was like, I needed to drink water. I was feeling dehydrated, and the dehydration got so bad that I started to collapse, and finally I did. They brought me to the hospital. I think I was in and out of consciousness, and I was so out of it that anytime somebody tried to help me, anytime I tried to speak, it was in gibberish. I couldn't form words. I got someone to get me paper so I could write, and I was just trying to write, look in my phone, find Curtis, call Curtis, he's my fiance, call my mom, tell them I'm at such and such hospital, please. They wouldn't do it. I don't know why. Like, it's not hard. They would, but they were saying all these weird... Anyway, going down that rabbit hole. Long story short, finally got a message to them. They showed up, and they visited for a while, and then they left. My father's no longer with us, so this is like my closest family. My mom and my fiance. There's others, but these are my immediate family. They left, and they had me on fluids. I was in and out. Eventually, I was starting to realize things were more serious. How long is this? Oh my gosh. I'm going to try to keep this short. I got the feeling that things were much more serious than I realized, which I was not expecting. I'm 49, but I'm still young. I was like, what the heck is going on? And why, when it was time to come back, my mom came back, but Curtis didn't come back. It turned out that I had some kind of infection that I got from the previous dream. I have a lot of vivid dreams. I know some people don't. And it was life-threatening. Oh, sorry, I bumped this thing. So they had me on machines, and I was feeling my heart go in and out. Like, I think it was like starting to AFib. But, and then I'd pass out and come to. My mom was there. I could tell by the way they were acting that I was going to die. I was horrified, of course, and I wanted to know, why is nobody telling me? Just tell me. Don't protect me. Tell me what's going on. I don't know if they were keeping it from me because they thought that the fear of it or the knowledge would make me just freak out and die. I don't know. It was horrible. I was crying. I was like, why is nobody talking to me? Why don't they just tell me? And so I told the doctor, I'm like, look, I was a nursing student. I don't care. I have a right to know what's happening with me. She was like helping another patient. She wouldn't tell me. And of course my mom wouldn't tell me because she loved me so much. She loves me. She was taking the lead from the doctor, so I'm sure there was some reason they weren't telling me. And then before I knew it, their priest was there, like a minister. He wasn't a Catholic priest. It doesn't really matter, the denomination or whatever. The particular, let me check time. I lose time. And he started reading rites to me. I have no other word to describe it, but I paused him. I stopped him for a minute. I didn't tell him not to, but I grabbed his hand and I said, please. And this is funny because this is where it gets really profound. I asked him to tell me the truth. I don't even think he wanted to tell me whatever it was. I said, am I dying? This is just a dream, but this is crazy. But it was real because in a dream you think it's real. I said, am I dying? And he said, yeah. I said, can you do me a favor? And he said, yeah. And I took his hand. I said, a few messages from my loved ones. And this is why it's so profound, because you say the most important things when you actually are dying. And here's this dream. It's like this beautiful opportunity for me to know what's actually important. Because whenever are you going to actually know? We spend our whole lives worrying about so much. Taking care of other people. Worried about our boss. Worried about how we're going to keep our job. Making the numbers. Some people get into social media. I'm older, so it doesn't faze me so much. That's a whole nother story. But I grabbed his hand and I thanked him. He was the only person who was actually being with me at that very important moment. And I thanked him, and I had so much gratitude and joy that somebody was being present with me in that moment. I thanked him and I said, be good to yourself and promise me you'll forgive yourself. I had something for him. I said, I have a few words that I want to give to my family. Messages I want you to give to Curtis, because he's my fiance. I'll blur that out later. Wow, this is way personal. I might not ever share this. I told him I loved him and I forgave him. I said to tell my fiance, I love you. I understand. love you so much. And I told him to go out and live his best life. And that none of it matters. And I will love him no matter what. And I wanted him to go and be happy. And then as I was doing this, I don't think I was actually dying yet, but I started to see like little sparkles, and I had a quote for him, and I knew it would be ironic. I laughed at the irony. I said, "Oh my God, it's full of stars." And I started laughing even though I was crying. And I had a message for the minister, and I told him, "Unburden yourself." I said, "You have felt so much pain. You have cared for and helped so many people, but you matter too. Go live your best life," I said. I know it sounds like crazy, right? Like, what kind of dream is this? This is what happens when we put the ACs in and I wear a sweater to bed because I'm cold, and then I'm so warm that I can't get out of a dream and I sleep till freaking noon, right? Like, what? But I was so happy, and I started to I feel like I filled it with love. I told him to. And it was like a knowing, like I tapped into what he was feeling at that time. It was like a knowing. I can't explain it. And I just felt like this love come off of me. And then I said, "Oh, my phone's over there." And I said, I don't have much room in my phone left, so I do have to get things off of my phone. I said, "I want you to record this." And I was like dying. I don't even remember what I said. All I remember is that I started to feel the most profound, even though I was scared, the most profound joy. And I felt like it was coming off of me. And I just wanted to tell everybody to just do your best to forgive. How weird, right? Like, who am I to tell anyone else to forgive? And if you can't, that's okay, because that's a personal choice. Ask God to help you forgive yourself. I can't even remember what it was, but I wanted to share it with the world. How precious. I'm not saying anything that nobody's ever said before. It's strange. I almost felt like I started to shine, and then I started to sing lyrics from Enigma, Return to Innocence. So if you're having a particularly rough day today, and you feel like shit about yourself, feel like you're never going to make it, feel like every degree you pursue, or if you have a learning disability, or maybe you have difficulty in relationships, and you keep being drawn to toxic people, maybe you have people who betray you in life, friends who chose not to be friends with you anymore for whatever reason, don't be mad at them. It breaks your heart, and you may not understand why. You might have things happen in your life that people who you loved for your entire life, family, friends, turn their back on you, judge you, not understand you, walk away from you. Let it go, because it hurts you. My hand's shaking because I just had coffee. I realized, they always talk about forgiveness. It's for other people. It's for you. It's not for other people. Let me check time. Oh, shoot. I have to go get ready for work. And I always thought, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. But I don't have to do that. Why should I do that? That makes it okay. I never understood how either. I would just pray to God, if I can't, just to help me learn how. Because I know it's better. I don't know. I woke up just crying tears of joy and singing that song. And then I wrote that dream down in text, and I sent it to certain loved ones and friends. And it's crazy. Freaking dreams. Oh my God, this is like 15 minutes long. I'll edit it when I learn how to edit photos. Maybe I'll break it into parts. I still don't want to go to work. I'm thinking of doing a YouTube channel. Trying to figure out what I want my content to be. I do genuinely want to help other people who have struggles with some of the things I struggle with. Some of the things that make me pause are thinking about people I know or used to know, being able to see it. I'm a private person. I'm a Gen Xer. I don't like to cry or feel sorry for myself. I do. Everybody does. But in private. You know? Who wants to be a baby? So yeah, this past year I've been learning all about, like I already knew I have ADHD. I already knew I have. This comes out during stress and I can't stop. One of many things I struggle with. Who wants to think they have a disability? You know? There are people who are doing disorder cringe, fake disorders, and they don't understand. They have a right to feel that way, I understand, but another thing I wanted to say about that, if it's relevant, is we all have different perspectives, and you need, like, I'm not telling anyone what to do, it's not my place, and I'm not judging you. Maybe the people who do that are struggling because they're caring for a loved one, or they themselves have been somebody who struggled, or, you know, their loved one's nonverbal or has such high support needs. Then they see people like myself and others who struggle with what they would call invisible disabilities, where we're high functioning and our whole life we think we're normal, we think we're like everybody else, but then we can't figure out, oh geez, why in this time of my life can I not hold a job? Why in this certain periods have I had depression? Why in certain times in my life have I not been able to function? Why have I had flashes of wanting to end it? That's not me. Those are real, those are valid. You have to understand that if somebody is struggling with emotional or mental health, when they talk about putting on a mask, that's ingrained. You know, I learned about masking. I learned about a lot of this stuff. I'm not new. This isn't new to a lot of people. It's new to me. I'm so stubborn and I'm so resistant. It's kind of like I first found out I had ADHD when I think it was like 25-ish. It saved my life. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But I would have crashed my car, not because I wanted to, but because that's a whole nother thing. But I was like not feeling in control, and every day I was like drinking so much coffee just to function, and I couldn't think straight, and I couldn't understand why, and I was feeling insane because of my mood swings, and I didn't know why. You might see people online talk about having autism, having ADHD, seeming to you normal, which we're going to call, or people call, neurodivergent, neurotypical. Our brains are different. There have been things that I've been struggling with, asking for accommodations from an employer, trying to figure out where I fit in. I cannot be alone. And it's just kills you. Kills you. When they say the typical thing, or a very common thing for people with ADHD, I do have ADHD. That's something I am diagnosed with, and I have. I'm not going to go off a laundry list because it's really not important. Just take from this what you relate to, what resonates with you, or someone you know if you're trying to understand. They seem fine to you. I have not seen any, oh God, this is so long. I've not seen anybody explain from the inside. Like, they kind of do, but it's like they're trying to put it in words. We're trying to put it in words for other people to understand. I'm just going to put it in words how I understand. Well, I don't know. I just know I'm neurodivergent. And I'm tired. I'm 49. I'm turning 50 in a few months. I'm tired. I'm tired of trying to be normal. Nobody's normal anyway. What is that? God, ugh. So, a lot of us have traumas. Think about when a cat or a dog, and they go through abuse, and they start to obsessively lick their fur off. Parrots, they go through neglect. Things that are traumatic to them, even if they are not being abused, if they've been in a household or an environment that was in effect abusive to what their needs are, even the people aren't intending it to be. It's just the nature of how they exist in the world and what a bird needs, and a lot of people don't know that. They start to pluck their feathers out. They're traumatized. Well, the ones who do. That's just how I take it, so I don't know. I'm not an animal expert. Oh, sorry. Anybody who is, please let me know. God, this is so long. Anyway, I wanted to share that dream with you. I'm all over the place. Think about all the things that make you shine. I don't know what your beliefs are. I haven't figured out mine. I don't know if God's real. I hope so. I just know we have to be here for a reason. We're not our failures. We're all human beings. We're here for a reason. We have good things to share. And if people can't see that, believe them. Find a work environment. I'm still figuring it out. It's so hard. Like, you get to be older and you just are years, like layers of all the struggle, and that's all you see. So for me, excuse me, I'm going to try to flip the script. I have no idea how. Would you like to come on a journey with me and try it? I was thinking, I have some things that have helped me. They might help you too. Do I want to do YouTube? I don't know. It's got to help somebody, right? Like, why go through this stuff by ourselves? It hurts. It hurts. It's confusing. It's not helpful. If the very thing that is either impaired with a disability, and yes, ADHD is a disability. We're not feeling sorry for ourselves. I've denied it my whole life. I thought it was bullshit. I'm just going to say honestly. I thought, just find a job that you like. That was what I took out of it in my 20s. I figured, I'll just find a job that I love. Yeah. If you can keep a job and be on time, right? Time blindness is real. Sucks. I wish it wasn't. I'm losing it now. Shit, I have to go get ready for it. I'm 15 minutes late now. Luckily, I showered last night. I really don't want to go. I'm not long for this job. I help people every day. Yeah, I think I'll wait till I'm not working at this job anymore, maybe. I won't say where, because out of respect for the company and the values and helping other people, but I do help people every day. I do work with the public. I know the people that come in and get to know me love me and care about me, and I care about them. I love meeting people and connecting with them. It's funny, I might be empathic. It's funny, sometimes I don't pick up on it, and sometimes I do. I see their hearts. I look for it. Is that strange? I know somebody's coming in and having the worst day of their life sometimes. I'm not saying I know when that happens. I just know it does. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not psychic. I've had family members die. I've been through a divorce. I've had family members get disabled and or get a chronic debilitating illness. I don't know if I can count the amount of people I've known, the people close to me, my family that I love, that have cancer, lupus. These aren't jokes. Me saying I have ADHD and have at times in my life, not always, had trouble holding a job. Who wants to admit that? And yet I could sit here and talk to you about anatomy, physiology. I love learning about stuff like that. I loved when I was taking prereqs and taking anatomy and physiology, and it's so cool. The human body is amazing. There's